Hello everyone out there, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 delicious paleo dessert recipes. So each of these recipes are completely grain-free, so they're gluten-free. They're also dairy-free as well, and they're all made with much more wholesome ingredients than your typical dessert. These desserts are perfect for any occasion. They're great for sharing with friends and family, for the holiday season, or if you're like me, just whipping up on a random Tuesday evening, because desserts are delicious. Full recipe details can be found over on my blog, so I will leave links to them in the description box below, and let's get started. So the first recipe we'll be making are these delicious double chocolate chip cookies. These are made with almond butter. And the beauty of these cookies is that you can really just kind of mix everything together in one bowl. So we're gonna start by adding our almond butter to a bowl. If you have a tree nut allergy, you can try sunflower seed butter instead. Next, we're gonna add in the remaining ingredients. So coconut sugar, which is a great alternative to brown sugar, kind of has a similar caramelly flavor. We're also gonna add in raw cacao powder, eggs, vanilla extract, and coconut oil. So give everything a good mix until well combined. The dough will be fairly thick. And lastly, mix in your chocolate chips. Next up, you're just gonna place the dough onto a parchment or silicone-lined baking sheet. And the dough is supposed to be quite thick. And since it is thick, you'll want to form the cookies slightly into a cookie shape by flattening them a little bit. They're not gonna cook up properly if you just scoop them onto the pan, because they don't sort of melt down like a traditional cookie. You will wanna shape them a little bit. Then throw them in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes or so. These cookies are so good, they're so decadent, and of course very chocolatey. The next recipe we're gonna be making are these carrot cake muffins. This is probably my favorite paleo muffin recipe. So we're gonna start by adding our dry ingredients to our bowl. So we're gonna need almond flour, arrowroot starch. You could also use cornstarch or tapioca starch. And our spices, so cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger. They go together so nicely. It's definitely one of my favorite flavor combinations. So give all of that a stir to combine well. And then next we're gonna add in our wet ingredients. So our eggs, maple syrup, and our shredded carrot as well. And once that's all well mixed, just transfer to a lined muffin tray. I really love these muffins. They're fluffy and they're full of warming spices. Plus, of course, they're completely grain and gluten-free. Lastly, we're going to be making these 5-ingredient blonde macaroons. I cannot tell you how delicious these taste and also how good they smell when they're baking. To start, you're gonna add ground cashews to a bowl. So all I've done is ground up raw, unsalted cashews in my blender into a powder, or you can just use almond flour if you have that on hand, but I do find that the cashews pair well with the vanilla and maple syrup. Then we're gonna add some unsweetened shredded coconut to the bowl and some sea salt. And lastly, vanilla extract and maple syrup. The maple syrup is really what makes these macaroons so nice and chewy in the inside, but from the coconut, just a little crispy on the outside. So mix everything all around until really well combined. The batter should be thick, but still kind of sticky and firm, not too dry. And taking about 2 tablespoons or so of batter at a time, you're gonna form them into a ball and place them on your parchment-lined pan. Now, if you have a cookie scoop or an ice cream scoop that will help you form a better macaroon shape, that would be great, but I don't have one of those, so I'm just rolling them by hand. Then you can just go ahead and place them in your oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. And once they're done, they should be a little brown and crispy on the top and bottom, but like I mentioned, nice and soft and chewy on the inside. Make sure to let them cool for about 15 minutes or so before enjoying. it for today's video. Leave me a comment below with which recipe you think that you would like to try first. If you do give one of these recipes a try, definitely let me know. You can let me know in the comments below or over in the comment section on my blog. Again, the full recipe details are found on my blog, so links are below. And I'll see you all in my next video.